Good morning, hockey fans. This is Stephen Heisler with HeisHockey.com, the victorious hockey company, and the absolutely crazy junior hockey discussion group on Facebook. You are watching the Junior Hockey Morning Show. We are on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, WSBN.TV, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Hopefully today you are in your office, in your car, wherever you are this morning or today. We hope that you are enjoying this fine Monday, October 30th, 2023. Tomorrow's Halloween. We have nothing really scary planned except for terrorizing our neighbors. Today's show is the wrap. First, I want to get into something that happened late last week. I'm dealing with this issue on Friday. By now, we all know what transpired in Lewiston, Maine this past week. The Lewiston area is home to the North American Hockey League's Maine Nordiques and the United States Premier Hockey League's Twin City Thunder. Twin Cities actually in Auburn, right next to Lewiston. This whole entire area was dramatically impacted by the shooting last Wednesday night in Lewiston, the manhunt that took place over the following 3 days until Friday. The whole entire community was really sheltered in place. One of the victims of the shooting, he is alive in the hospital still, took 4 shots, was former Nordiques player Kyle Secor. Secor also serves as the official scorer for the Maine Nordiques, is a dad, a husband, and a best friend to many. He suffered multiple gunshot wounds and remains in the hospital as of yesterday. So imagine my concern when I heard that the Nordiques were having issues regarding this past weekend's away series in Philadelphia, with their team and community dealing with a shelter-in-place ordered by law enforcement. It appears that the Rebels management were more concerned about their home games Friday and Saturday than what was going on in Lewiston. This was despite the Rebels knowing that the Nordiques' home arena was being utilized as a command center and players didn't even have access to the gear. I'd happily pay for the copies of screenshots of the text conversation that Maine Nordiques head coach Nick Scurlock had with the folks in Philadelphia. What I don't understand is this. Why did the league not quickly step in and reschedule those 2 games for later in the season? There was dates on January 1st or 2nd and then January 7th that would have been more than sufficient. But instead, the league let Philadelphia and Maine work out the details instead of stepping in and doing it for them. The right time to be a league commissioner, Mark Frankenfeld, is right then in the middle of a damn tragedy. Why do nothing? Why say nothing? Ridiculous. Aside from sharing a Nordiques post regarding Secor, the NAHL elected to say nothing publicly regarding the tragic situation in Lewiston. Even my good friend, who often sues me, USBHL Commissioner Bob Turo, made sure his league showed support for Maine the day after the tragedy. Enough of that. Let's go down the leagues. USHL, the world-famous Dubuque Fighting Saints, remain atop the Eastern Conference with 4 teams within 6 points of the leaders. Can anybody beat the Fargo Force? The Western Conference leaders are unbeaten in 10 games to start the season. Jumping to the North American Hockey League, we have all seen this before. Steve Howard's Austin Bruins continue rolling with 7 wins in the last 10 games. The Central Division leaders are 2 points ahead of the Minot Monticoros. It's way too early for Groundhog Day, but once again, the East Division continues to be led by the red-hot Maryland Black Bears. 8-1-1-0 in the last 10 games. The leaders have already built up a comfortable lead over Maryland and the Northeast Generals. Quick, can anybody tell me the last time the Minnesota Wilderness won 10 games in a row? Seriously, should new head coach Colton St. Clair already be tossing his name into the hat for a few NCAA Division I jobs? The Minnesota division leaders are making it look all too easy. Like two of the three other division leaders, the South Division has a very familiar name at the top of the standings, the Lone Star Brahmas with Dan Walfung. Winners in 9 of the last 10 games, the veteran coach has his boys rolling. Moving west to the British Columbia Hockey League up in the Great White North, does anyone else really think that Surrey Eagles would be undefeated and sitting on top of the Coastal Division 11 games into the season? Yeah, they have some really good coaches there. Scott Gomez on the bench. Thompson, I believe, is there. Cam Keith is doing a good job. They're in the metropolitan area of Vancouver. Not a lot of reasons for Surrey to be not top of the food chain. But they've done really well with a very large amount of high-end Division I prospects on the roster, and they are rolling. The Victoria Grizzlies and surprising Alberni Valley Bulldogs are trying to keep up with the leaders. Meanwhile, in the interior division, guess who's on top? Shocker, the Penticton Vs. The West Kelowna Warriors sit 3 points behind the Vs in that division. Going east to the Alberta Junior Hockey League. This is a theme for today, isn't it? Is anyone ever really shocked to see the Brooks Bandits on top of the AJHL standings? Sherwood Park and the Blackfalds Bulldogs are trying to keep up with the juggernaut that is Brooks. Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League. There's a bit of a battle brewing within the Vatero division between the currently first place Weyburn Red Wings and the Melville Millionaires, who have played 3 less games. My money would be on the Melville taking the command before Christmas. The record is better, played less games, way more often. The Neutron division is still being led by the Humboldt Broncos, who are off to a blistering 10-0-1-2 start in the first 13 games of the season. The Flin Flon Bombers, we love that team. We got to get that jersey, Tommy. Have a firm hold atop the Sherwood division at the moment with a rock-solid 13-1-1 record, 6 points in front of the Melfort Mustangs. Closing with the Manitoba Junior Hockey League. At first glance, it may look like the Verdant Oil Capitals were making things look easy in the West Division, overlooking the Dolphin Kings, who are just 3 points behind the leaders with 4 less games played. Manitoba's best team, the Winkler Flyers, have also played 3 games less than the division leaders, leading Steinbach Pistons. Okay, I'm going to say something that's kind of personal. We're having a bit of a crisis in our house this morning, today, last couple of days. My mother-in-law, Daisy's mom, was admitted into the hospital. She's in ICU this morning. If you pray, I know a lot of things going in our world, but please consider adding her to your prayers. Her name is also Sonia. When I said that Sonia was in ICU, many folks thought it meant my daughter. That's not the case. We're going to go into the hospital here in a few minutes. But she had the surgery on her leg, pulled the tumor off there, but in August. But she's having complications still today. So if you do pray, please add Sonia to your prayers. That's it for today, folks. Hope that you enjoy your morning coffee. Sorry, Frankenfeld, don't hate me. Have a great day in hockey.